Today, we're going to talk about something I think we've all struggled with: how to get past that surface level small talk and actually build a real, comfortable connection with the people we see all the time. You know, at the gym, in class, or at the local coffee shop. Let's dive in.
So you have a really great first chat with someone. It feels good, there's a spark, you think, hey, this is promising. But then, the next time you see them, it's just crickets. It's a little awkward, and that connection just fizzles out. It's super common, and honestly, it's frustrating. But there's a really simple reason why this happens.
Think about it like a timeline. That first conversation, that's just breaking the ice. The second one creates that little spark of recognition, that simple, oh hey, I know you moment. But it's that third conversation and all the ones that come after that are the real turning point. This is where you either start to build a genuine connection or the whole thing just kind of falls apart.
So where do we go wrong? Well, the most common mistake is that we try way too hard. We put all this pressure on ourselves to be super clever or incredibly funny or just impressive. We basically turn what should be a simple interaction into a performance. And that pressure, that's exactly what kills the natural, easy vibe we're looking for.
So here's the solution, and it's a little counterintuitive. I want you to stop trying to be interesting. Just ditch that pressure completely. Your new goal is so much simpler, and believe me, it's a whole lot more effective. Your goal is to become familiar.
So what do I mean by familiarity? It's just that feeling of safety and comfort and ease you have around people you already know well. It's low pressure. It feels natural. And, psychologically, we are all hardwired to be drawn to what feels known and safe. Familiarity is the ground that you plant the seeds of genuine liking in.
And you can really see the difference out here. Trying to be interesting is flashy, it's high pressure, it's about trying to impress someone. But our new goal, being familiar, well, that's all about feeling safe, easy, and simply known. One of these creates anxiety, and the other creates comfort. We're aiming for comfort every single time.
Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, right? But how do we actually do it? Let's get into some really simple, super practical tools you can use to build that comfort and familiarity without any of that awkward pressure.
Here is the first, and honestly, the most important tool in your toolkit. You never, ever need to stress about coming up with a clever topic. The only thing you ever need to talk about is the shared situation you're in, your environment. That's it. It's always the simplest and most natural place to start.
Let's make this real with some examples. So you're at the gym. Something as simple as, hey, what are you training today? Works perfectly. Or if you're at a library or on campus, exams keeping you busy is totally normal and natural. You see, these aren't pickup lines. They're just low-pressure observations that feel easy, and really importantly, they don't feel invasive.
And the actual flow of the conversation couldn't be simpler. Seriously, look at this. Step 1, you ask a simple situational question. Step 2, they reply. You just give them the space to answer. Step 3, you actually listen to what they say. And step 4, maybe you ask one small related follow-up question. That's the whole thing. It's just about being gently curious, not putting on a show. And that right there, that's the core mindset shift. You are not on a stage trying to win an award for best conversationalist. You are just paying attention to the person in front of you and the moment you happen to be sharing. All right, now we get to what might be the single most important and definitely the most overlooked rule for building this kind of connection. I'm talking about the power of leaving the conversation early. The main idea here is super simple. Never, ever let the conversation run out of steam. Most of us do the opposite, right? We hang on for too long, the energy starts to drop, and then that awkward silence creeps in. We're going to flip that script. Just look at the difference here. The wrong way to end a chat is when the energy has dropped and the replies are getting shorter. That's when awkwardness shows up. The right way, the artful way, is to exit while they're still engaged, while they're still smiling. You leave when they're still expecting more from the conversation. You want to leave them wanting a little more, not a little less. See, when you leave on a positive note, you do two things. One, you avoid all that potential awkwardness. But more importantly, you keep their curiosity alive. They'll actually start to look forward to that next brief, easy, positive chat. A simple, hey, it was nice talking, see you around, is all it takes.
And this all leads to the grand strategy here, how real connection actually grows. And it's not about intensity, it's all about repetition.
I mean, this visual says it all, doesn't it? We might think that one big, long, deep conversation is the ultimate goal. But the truth is,
5 short, easy, positive chats will build a way stronger connection over time. It's all about consistent, comfortable, low-pressure presence.
Because think about it. With each one of those small interactions, you're just adding another little layer of trust, of ease, of recognition. It's a slow, steady process. And before you know it, you'll notice a shift. They'll start to smile at you first. They'll be the one to say, hey, and that right there is when you know this whole thing is really working.
So let's wrap all of this up into a core philosophy. Building real connections isn't about learning flashy tricks or memorizing lines. It's just a calm, consistent, and genuinely respectful approach to other people.
So here it is, the entire path boiled down to 5 simple steps. Number 1, make it about them, not you. 2, use your shared environment as your go-to topic. 3, just listen calmly. Remember, you're not performing. 4, give a genuine smile and a clear goodbye. And finally, the golden rule, always, always leave before the moment dies. That, my friends, is the architecture of familiarity.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. What if we stop looking for connection like it's some rare treasure we have to find out in the world? What if instead we realized it's something we can calmly and consistently build, one small, easy, familiar moment at a time?